Parles-tu français? Hablas español? Parli italiano? If you've used Babbel, you would. Babbel's conversation-based techniques teaches you useful words and phrases to get you speaking quickly about the things you actually talk about in the real world. With lessons handcrafted by over 200 language experts and voiced by real native speakers, Babbel is like having a private tutor in your pocket. Start speaking with Babbel today. Get up to 55% off your Babbel subscription right now at babbel.com/Wondery. Spelled BABBEL.com/Wondery. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Searching for a romantic summer getaway? Escape with Rich Girl Summer, the new Audible original from Lily Chu. The exquisitely talented Philippa Soo, returning to narrate her 5th Lily Chu title. This time, Philippa is joined by her real-life husband, Stephen Pasquale. Set in Toronto's wealthy cottage country, aka the Hamptons of Canada, Rich Girl Summer follows the story of Valerie, a down-on-her-luck event planner posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter, while piecing together the secrets surrounding a mysterious family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the impossibly hard-to-read and infuriatingly handsome family assistant, Nico. Caught between pretending to belong and unexpectedly finding where she truly fits in, Valerie learns her summer is about to get far more complicated than she ever planned. She's in over her head and head over heels. Listen to Rich Girl Summer now on Audible. Go to audible.com/richgirlsummer.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. It's the Sleep Number biggest sale of the year. All beds on sale up to 50% off the limited edition smart bed. Plus free premium delivery with any smart bed and adjustable base. Ends Labor Day. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studio.
Let's ride! Woo!
Hour 3 off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tom Blake. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock, quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. I just dropped my pen, and oh, by the way, it's a hump day. You jumped the gun, Muse. Muse, you jumped the gun.
It's hump day.
I was a touch early there.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You were early in hour 1 too, Muse.
No, I don't think I was early in hour.
Go back to the tape. You were early.
It's hump day.
No worries. We just do it every Wednesday.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Twice.
We didn't do it last Wednesday because you were on
every Wednesday. This water just splattered in my face.
It's hump day.
The delicious Evermore.
Refreshing.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Refreshing and delicious. Congratulations to Todd McClure.
It's hump day.
Tiger Great elected to the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. We announced it here on the show.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Russ Mitchell in 12 minutes. What?
It's hump day.
I was just waiting for the next set.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Saints practice today. How many games do you think Saints are going to win?
It's hump day.
4.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Why do you hate the Saints?
I don't hate the Saints. They're just not going to be any good.
Sounds like you hate
It's
the
hump
Saints.
day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hey, Paulie.
Yeah.
How many games do you think the Saints are going to win?
It's hump day.
12.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You are stupid. I had some guy at Morning Scone today insist that the Saints were going to win double-digit games.
No, it's not going to happen.
No,
It's hump day.
it's not.
It's not going to happen.
He's like, yeah, man, bring that same energy when they're winning double digits. I'm like, they are not. Dude, that is not a thing that's going to happen in IRL. Promise you.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Who told me the Saints have an opportunity to get off to a good start this year? Could not disagree more. I mean,
It's hump day.
if by good start you mean they could beat Arizona week 1, I agree with that.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
It is 1-0.
Niners at Seahawks at Bills. Dude told me they were going to start 3-1.
It's hump day.
No, they're not.
No, the quarterback that doesn't want an NFL start.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
An offensive line that you've invested 4 first-round picks in and still stinks. A bunch of wide receivers that are under 6 feet tall.
It's hump day.
A 31-year-old running back.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
A tight end who can't block anybody. Our only hope is the man of God. Help us, Demario Davis. You're our only hope.
It's hump day.
It's after further review. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Man, we missed RC. I'm bummed too, because so RC was supposed to be with us. He got tied up with. He texted me. He got tied up with somebody. He's supposed to be here in hour 1. We'll see if we can connect later. But RC had Jackson Smith and Jigba on the pivot, and there's all the LSU, Ohio State wide receiver U conversation. Well, RC just straight up asked JSN right now, wide receiver U, LSU, Ohio State, who is it? Listen.
This is a very important question to me. Mm-hmm. LSU or Ohio State wide receiver U? Now yeah. So what we so we got. I mean, it's Jettas.
I know who y'all got.
Jamar. So who you got? You taking Ohio State?
Who I'm taking?
Or LSU? Who are you giving wide receiver you right now?
Right now, this second, I would go LSU. This second.
It's over. Right? It's over.
I mean, he did that as an Ohio State wide receiver saying that.
It's over.
So, yeah. I mean, that's...
I mean, without even hesitation, you'd have anybody from LSU going, LSU, get out of here. What are you talking about? I mean, he's sitting there giving it to LSU. Done. I love it. LSU's got a ton of wide receivers. Dudes on this team about to add to that list. Brian Kelly was on the SEC Coaches Teleconference Wednesday, and a big talking point this entire fall camp, really even before that, back to your talking season, is the changes that they made here for fall camp and in the offseason, how that's preparing them maybe better for the opener, hopefully to go 1-0.
Well, in terms of the opener, we upgraded our roster. And I think that's probably at the end of the day, the biggest thing. You know, everybody talks about iron sharpening iron. We didn't have iron all the time. We had iron versus butter. Butter doesn't like iron. And so, you know, from that perspective, the competition in camp was so much different when you have the kind of depth that we have built here. And it's taken time, right? And we still have some work to do. I think that's probably the biggest difference. There's some nuances in terms of our schedule. We got into a routine, a game week schedule earlier than than I had in the past. But the other things are pretty similar.
That's about as direct as you're going to hear any coach say. When he says, the saying iron sharpens iron, well, we had iron and butter don't like iron. Listen, without naming names, how about we name dollar figures? Brian Kelly told you this is an $18 million roster. I've told you last year they had $5.5 million in their roster. You want to know why LSU was 8-4? That's why. You don't want to know what a $5.5 million roster looks like? It looks like Gio Paez at nose tackle, Zy Alexander, and P.J. Woodland playing corner. That's what it looks like. You want to know what an $18 million roster looks like? When Patrick Payton, who's got 40 career TFLs, is running with your twos. That's what an $18 million roster looks like. And I got one. Not only guys coming in, guys coming back. Whit Weeks, obviously, is preseason All-American. And one of the big conversations has been about Whit. I did an interview earlier today, and someone asked me if Whit Weeks was actually healthy, if I'm buying the Brian Kelly load management conversation about Whit. I am completely. I've been out there at every practice they allowed us to go, and it really does look like just like what you see in the pros, where they sometimes have veteran days off, and you give guys a rest. And listen, Whit Weeks is never coming off the field, ever. Like, there will be no plays defensively where he comes where they are taking him off the field. Let me put it to you that way. Like, if he comes off the field, it's because he's like, hey, tap the helmet, I need a breather. That's it. Otherwise, he's on the field every play. Like, I don't need Whit Weeks exhausting himself or putting himself at risk in a practice. I need him playing 70 defensive snaps. Hopefully it's like 58 defensive snaps against Clemson, because LSU just dominates time of possession and controls the ball. Anyway, here was Whit when he was asked about the load management thing.
I'm ready to go just as much as I ever have been. And really the load management was the training staff and Coach Kelly's idea, which I'm very thankful for them that they let me do that, just because coming off this injury, it's all about building that volume back up over camp. So I think they've been really smart about it.
I agree wholeheartedly with that. And this training staff has been very thoughtful with how they put together this program, and it's hard to argue with the results because you have had virtually no soft tissue injuries. This is as healthy a team as you can imagine going into the opener. Now, the other side of that coin, which is a fair question to ask, is to say, well, are you battle tested? Like, are you really ready to go 60 minutes on the road against Clemson when you had a lighter load management camp? I'm not talking about Whit. I'm talking about the team as a whole. And that's a fair question. That is a fair question, and I don't know the answer. We'll see on Saturday. But it's an either or here. Do you grind and go really hard to try to get guys ready for the season, or do you prepare them to get ready for 13, 14, 15, 16 games potentially? That's the route they took, and so far it's worked. See how it looks on Saturday. All right, it's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Parrish Restoration. Kill mold, remove odor. They'll spray their patented non-toxic dry fog. It's parrishrestoration.com, parrishrestoration.com. Maybe you got odor. Maybe you bought a house where they had pets. Maybe you had a fire. Or a smoker lived in the house, the apartment. Kill mold, remove sweat. Maybe you own a workout facility, gym type place, and you want to sanitize and get rid of that odor. Let Parrish Restoration come spray their patented non-toxic dry fog. It's easy. They'll close all the doors and windows. They'll spray. They'll let the fog dwell. As soon as it dissipates, boom, you're back in free, clear, sanitized, clean smelling, and they'll kill mold. ParrishRestoration.com. ParrishRestoration.com. All right, y'all. It's After Further Review. Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood. We'll knock out a quick break. When we come back, Russ Mitchell previewing Week 1 in the Southeastern Conference. The time is here, and Russ is next on AFR.
AFR.
Are you battling an injury that you just can't seem to kick? It's affecting your quality of life. Todd McClure was in here earlier talking about the shoulder issue that he deals with. Maybe it's after knee surgery you got pain. Maybe like me, you've dealt with back pain forever. Maybe you just had a type of injury and you just can't find a way to get over the pain of that injury and heal and recover. BPC 157 could be a miracle solution for you. Google it. Look it up. Read about it. Or call Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Schedule a consult. Go talk to Gabe and see if it's something that could be right for you. Remember, lowest prices, never any contracts. Yes, Goodwood does ED. They do. But it's one little thing of all the things that they do among hormone replacement therapy and the many different peptides that can potentially change your life. Read some of the testimonials. Hear how BPC 157 has changed people's lives. It could help you potentially as well. So learn more. YourGoodWood.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here on such short notice. This place isn't bugged, is it?
Bugged? Wait, Jamie, what's going on?
It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah?
That's all I paid for it.
I think I need to get back to you on that.
Do you know what you want?
Yeah, I do now.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you've always wanted, plus America's best warranty at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. The guilt is real, but so is the savings.
Listen, I don't want to get in your business, but if that's all she paid for it, I'll have what she's having.
It's a great day for a new Hyundai at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on now. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrid models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Try Greenlight risk-free today at greenlight.com/Wondery.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires. Russ! Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football! Rusty, come on up here. Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
It's like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
The time is now. We welcome back to the show, Russ Mitchell. How are you?
Football, baby.
Say it.
Kicking tires, lighting fires.
Let's go. I love how excited you are. What does your shirt say? In my defense, I was left unsupervised.
It was clean.
It was clean. Oh man! All right, we got a lot of ground to cover because there's so many games.
Because there's 16 teams. If you ever wanted proof that we need more than 8 conference games,
yes,
it's analysts trying to keep up with all the games that we have to. Is just stupid.
Let's very quickly go chronologically Thursday, Friday. We'll get into and we'll start next segment, spend more time on LSU Clemson, but Missouri Central Arkansas, 5 seconds.
Quarterback poise, right? I mean, who plays quarterback? Is it going to be Bo from Penn State or Sam Horn?
Both, by the way. Drink said this afternoon that they're gonna each get a half.
I think that's great. You know, Sam Horn recovering from the Tommy John, right?
I have no idea. You think I know about Sam? You think if Missouri is not on LSU's schedule, they do not exist in my life, in my awareness?
I gotta watch them for you.
I get it, but don't ask me about Tommy John for Sam Horn.
It's not about, dude, this is Central Arkansas, right?
Right.
Missouri's favored by 700 points. So it's not really, it's about poise, presence, timing, reads, checkdowns. That's what we're watching for in this game.
Auburn-Baylor Friday could be interesting. Thoughts?
Jackson Arnold, talk about the quarterback roulette, right? So he's going to start the Oklahoma transfer, but we've heard great things. Hugh has been raving about Ashton Daniels, about Deuce Knight, the 5-star kid they just brought in. So, you know, they got to run the ball better. Got to run the ball better in that offense.
Okay. let's get to Saturday and talk about the games people actually care about. Again, we got 2 segments with Russ. Next segment, we'll do full LSU Clemson. Let's start with the 11 a.m. Central, the big noon kickoff, Texas at Ohio State. Defending champ, preseason number 1. Go.
Can we talk about why it is that the SEC, what are we doing? Going on the road and playing in the Horseshoe at Clemson and Doak. Can we play home games?
Well, they will when they make the return. When they make the return trip, yeah, those will be home games when they make the return trip. It's home and home.
Yeah, well, I want them to, but particularly if I'm an LSU fan, I'd much rather this game be in Tiger Stadium in the right Death Valley. Look, so this Texas OU game has a theme. It's the can't fall behind game, right? You can't fall behind. This is the lean on your D. Like, what's the song, right?
Lean on
D.
Lean on D.
When you're not strong. This is, if you're a Texas fan, you got to lean on your defense in this game. You got Arch Manning. Look, this is about as raw as you get. I'm sorry. I know he's got a great last name, but make the right reads, avoid turnovers, right? Don't fall behind on the road in that stadium. If you're watching this game, and I know you will be, you're not actually watching Arch. Watch the other side of the ball. Watch Ohio State. Ohio State has 5 NFL defensive tackles. They got 3 deep NFL defensive tackles. If they can stop the rush for Texas, that puts more pressure on Arch. They fall behind. The other thing is, remember last year, what was the area where Texas struggled? Scoring touchdowns. They struggled in the red zone scoring touchdowns. They had to settle for field goals. Settle for field goals on the road in the Horseshoe, you fall behind. They can't fall behind in this game. So they really got to lean on their superstar defense. We talked about this last week with all Americans from the line to the secondary. They got to take advantage of Brian Hartline calling plays now at Ohio State and a new quarterback.
Great point. No Chip Kelly. Second year in a row, they'll have a new offensive coordinator there in C-Bus. Do you have a pick on that game?
Yeah, I like Ohio State.
Okay. They're a slight favorite. Ohio State 1.5. So at home, a slight favorite. The other 11 a.m. Central game is on ABC. It's Tennessee, Syracuse. This one's in Atlanta, part of that Aflac kickoff. They got multiple games on Saturday. And then again, I believe the Monday game as well is down in Atlanta. Syracuse, Tennessee. I mean, Syracuse has an explosive offense there with Fran Brown. Tennessee, obviously, a new quarterback with Nico out. That's got to be the storyline there, right? Tennessee's a 13.5-point favorite in this game, though. What do you think?
Vegas is not doing them any favors because a lot of this is going to be about perception coming after the game, right? So you talk about Syracuse has quite a bit of turnover on the offensive side in bringing in Steve Angeli from Notre Dame, and he's done fairly well, replaced Rico Collins there at quarterback. But there's no offense in all of football that's turning over more than Tennessee, right? 4 new starters on offensive line, 3 new starters at running back. They're basically replacing the entire wide receiver core and the new quarterback that comes in. So if this was, I mean, what's the spread in this game? Like 2 touchdowns, right?
13.5.
Yeah. If Tennessee doesn't win convincingly, and then UCLA goes out that night and plays Utah, who a lot of people have big expectations for a bounce back season for Utah. If Nico lights up that game, and Tennessee doesn't win convincingly, this is going to look really bad for Heupel.
I mean, it's just who do you decide to pay? They didn't want to pay Nico. Okay. I'm not disagreeing. That's going to be
the problem is knowing that you are going to have this much turnover in your offense as well. Maybe that was a mistake not to pay Nico.
Sorry.
I was just going to say, I mean, it's 4 in the offensive line. They're going to go now to running back by committee. That's okay. That worked for them in 2022. I think, you can't have a Dylan Sampson every year. So, and the wide receiver core, you replace the whole wide receiver room and the quarterback.
Dylan Sampson, I think some of forget, was the SEC Player of the Year last season. That is a massive, massive. A kid from Dutchtown, right down the street from where we're sitting. It's a massive loss for Tennessee. Okay, Russ Mitchell at Russ Mitchell CFB. The mid-afternoon game, Alabama, as you mentioned, at Doak Campbell in Tallahassee. This is a true road game. Bama at Florida State. Man, don't let Russ. Don't let them go lose this game, dog.
Dude, it's...
Don't, I get it, and I don't think they will. And I don't.
It's kind of like a mini Iron Bowl with Gus.
I don't think they will. But don't let them go lose that game on Saturday. Don't you dare let them go lose that game on Saturday.
There are so many questions. There are question marks about this Alabama team, and they're still favored by. They got to be favored by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that just shows you how much work is going on right now with Florida State. They brought in Castellanos. They brought Tommy Castellanos down. Gus did from Boston College. Remember, he had Tommy at UCF, right?
No, I don't remember that because I don't watch UCF play football.
Anyway, this kid can't throw to save his life. He can run really well, but he's an average. Don't listen to anybody who tells you this kid's any good. He can't throw to save his life. So, and historically, Tommy. Alabama under Saban, they would, when they played teams that are quarterback like this, they would smother them with a disciplined defense. I don't know if Alabama's defense is disciplined like that anymore. I do know that Florida State's got 9 new transfers on offense. And, I think the fans in Alabama are worried about some of their stars that are hurt. Don't worry about it. Don't play any of those guys. Let Roberts sit on the bench and recover from his concussion. Vandermark played 13 games last year. He can be fine at right guard. This game is all about Ty Simpson. Can he be efficient? And if he can, and you can control the trenches and dominate the game, that's what you're watching for if you're Alabama.
Do you think they control the trenches and dominate the game?
Dude, this is a Florida State team that's not very good. I know they've made a lot of changes.
Russ.
I know they've made a lot of changes.
I just want to remind you that old Kalen DeBose lost him 3 games a year ago as a double-digit favorite. I'm not saying. I'm just saying, don't assume old Kalen DeBose is going to go cakewalking as a double-digit favorite. He ain't about that life.
I've got a piece of the Vanderbilt upright right there next to my door. I touch it every day I walk out of my office.
Let me see it.
I touched the win, and I touched the piece of the Vanderbilt Stadium.
Russ has a piece of the Vanderbilt goal, but he bought a piece of the Vanderbilt goalpost after the upset last year.
You don't want to know what that cost.
Yes, I do.
But you can't put a price on happiness. If I'm Alabama, what I'm really looking for is can you be efficient? Can you be efficient on offense and defense, particularly in the trenches?
All right. It's after further review. We're going to come back and we're going to spend a lot of time on LSU Clemson. And then we will give Russ like 5 seconds to talk about all the garbage games nobody cares about, like Kentucky, Toledo, Marshall, Georgia, Arkansas against Alabama, A&M, and the like. Stay with us here. It's AFR.
AFR.
GLO, glowresources.com. They are complete employer solutions. Where do you live? By the way, I look at all of our metrics. YouTube, podcast, everything. I mean, Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, Ashburn, Virginia. I didn't know we were so big in Ashburn, Virginia, but we are. Chicago, NYC. There's LSU and Saints fans all over that listen, watch, wherever you may be. If you're a business owner and you're struggling to find the right people for your business, Glow Resources can help. It doesn't matter that their corporate office is right there on Perkins Road in Baton Rouge. They service businesses all over the country, helping them staff jobs all over the world. If you need to maximize productivity by having the right people, and who doesn't, let Glow Resources help. GlowResources.com. GLO. GlowResources.com. GlowResources.com. They are complete employer solutions. Glow Resources and GlowResources.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Continuing with Russ Mitchell on Twitter at Russ Mitchell CFB. We got a lot of ground to cover here. Nice hat, by the way. Thank you for repping the brand. I always appreciate you.
Parrish Roofing and Construction. They sponsored my segment, so thank you, Parrish.
Parrish Construction and Roofing.
Yeah, whatever. Don't get greedy.
What a beauty. Okay, I forgot one before we get to LSU Clemson. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. That's the Sunday afternoon game. 2 o'clock Central on ESPN. Virginia Tech, South Carolina. Man, this was Virginia Tech got bitten last year by Vanderbilt, might remember. A lot of hype around Lenora Sellers. What you looking for here?
Yeah, and this is why the first week of the college football season is glorious for everybody and sucks for us. Because you're trying to make these predictions off of teams. Very few people saw Vandy coming last year.
Right.
So, the thing that I'm really interested in this is Shula takes over, right? So he takes over as offensive
OC,
coordinator.
Yes, Mike Shula.
Yeah. So now Mike Shula takes over as offensive coordinator. He was there. He was actually an offensive assistant. He was there for the whole season. But how does Lenoris manage that? How does he manage this new offensive coordinator and this new system that comes in? So that'll be interesting to see. But I like South Carolina in this game.
Okay. How about this? We'll go rapid fire with all the garbage games nobody cares about. Just give me something that you're keeping an eye on, and then we'll talk LSU Clemson in depth. We'll just go chronologically. Saturday, 11 a.m., Mississippi State at Southern Miss in Hattiesburg.
It's just where did Missouri play last year?
Did they play at UMass?
Massachusetts. What do
UMass,
we do?
Yeah.
What is an SEC school playing in Hattiesburg for?
I don't know.
Mississippi State said they were committed to getting bigger in the offense in the trenches. They now are averaging 6'5", 325 pounds, amongst the largest offensive line in all of football. That's what I'm watching.
Okay, look at our guy bringing out the damage with the numbers. Midseason form. Toledo at Kentucky.
It's not the A&M quarterback, Zach Calzada. That's who we're not watching that.
Okay, you're not watching Zach Calzada.
No. I mean, we're watching the game because remember, last year Toledo beat State 41-17.
They did.
Which was no, don't laugh. That was some neighbor kid beating up our cousin.
I don't care.
That wasn't funny.
I never liked that cousin anyway.
Don't let neighbor kids come in and beat up especially if some little neighbor kid came in and beat up our cousin.
You got to be aware, man. You never know who's trained in jiu-jitsu now, man. It could be the smallest guy in the bar, but he's got cauliflower ear. He's coming after you, man. He'll bite your knees off.
Offensive line. Kentucky has to improve their offensive line. They gave up 27 sacks last year, only scored 18 points a game. If you're watching this game, you're watching Kentucky's big blue wall. That's what they're calling it now.
Georgia Marshall.
It's not Gunnar Stockton.
39.5 point line. Oh, God. I don't even care.
They're favored by 9,000 points in this game. So, basically you just want to see that they're able to absolutely thoroughly dominate Marshall. And if they're not, that's a problem.
I might literally put you on a 5-second timer. Arkansas against Alabama A&M.
Got to see better from Taylor Green. He was good last year. Second largest production by any player in Arkansas history for a season.
Oklahoma against Illinois State.
By the way, Illinois State, second round of the FCS playoffs last year and have all 5 offensive linemen coming back. So heads up, OU.
Florida against Long Island, the Sharks.
You just skipped TAMU.
No, we're going to get there. That's next.
Long Island University, their defense sucks. They've never beaten an FBS school. They've played 3 Power 4 schools and lost by a combination of 141-7.
Oh.
So if Florida's defense can't control the playmakers in this game, Florida's got a problem.
Texas A&M hosting the Roadrunners.
Who's going to run the ball for Le'Veon Moss? behind that offense. By the way, Texas A&M has lost 3 of their last 4 games as a favorite.
Oh.
That doesn't really mean anything, but I just wanted to say it.
Got it.
Not a huge fan.
Vandy on the way to bowl eligibility. Charleston Southern.
Can they keep the road? Their red zone scoring last year led the SEC, 3rd best in the nation. They led the nation in only 7 turnovers. Can they keep that efficiency going?
And Ole Miss, Georgia State.
Everything's Austin Simmons, pre-snap rhythm, cadence. How does he do reading defenses?
And no one will be watching that game because everyone will be watching LSU and Clemson, the marquee game of the weekend with respect to Ohio State and Texas at 11 a.m. I think most everyone is going to be more interested in a night game, Clemson and LSU. So
people don't even wake up that early in America. On the West Coast, half the country is going to be asleep.
9 a.m. 9 a.m. on the West Coast. That's bonkers.
What time do you wake up? I don't wake up at 9 a.m.
Well, I'm a late to bed, early to rise guy. So yeah, I'll be up.
So stupid.
Well, it's just what it is. It's how I maximize productivity in my day.
No. I'm not calling you stupid.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying playing Texas versus Ohio State at 9 a.m. for half the country is stupid.
We agree. Okay, LSU Clemson. You want to start on one side of the ball first? What do you want? Let's maybe the LSU offense against Clemson defense.
Before you even go there, this is like this is philosophies colliding, right? I mean, Dabo, his whole career has been about continuity. He's come late to the party in the portal. And that's what they have. Clemson leads the country in returning production. They return more players. They return more production than any team in college football. Meanwhile, LSU, God bless them, Tigers have gone into the portal and gotten, one of the greatest collections of talent in a short period of time since Nick Saban landed in Tuscaloosa and recruited a class of 35 or 36?
I'm not interested in ever hearing about him again.
So my point is, it'll be usually in football, the maxim get old and stay old works. And I know that's not really what we're talking about here, but there's something to be said for continuity, having those players. I give the edge right off the bat to Clemson for that.
Yeah. You have two veteran experienced teams. It's just that Clemson's veteran experience has done it in Clemson uniform. That's
correct.
That's
and
the big
there's
difference.
Something to be said for that. You know the guy next to you, how fast he runs, where he cuts, what his weaknesses are.
Absolutely.
There's something to be said for that.
Absolutely. Okay. When you flip it over, what are you expecting to see with the LSU defense against the Clemson offense?
I mean, to me, the key is really on the other side, and I'm sure you've talked about this already. But I mean, everybody's focusing on the secondary for LSU. Can they keep up with Clemson? I think they can. Actually, I'm expecting LSU's secondary to do well. My concern is. When you actually, my concern with this game is why LSU's going on the road to play the first game of the season. Okay. So Clemson's defensive line, you guys, I'm sure have talked about this already. It's just stupid. It's really, really good. And, this patchwork offensive line that LSU has, and I know you, Matt, you've been to all these practices and you tell me that these kids are good and they're gelling, but I mean, I know exactly what we've got on the other side of the ball and it's terrifying. So, can this offensive line for LSU, can it establish the run early? Because you better establish the run early to protect Nussmeier, or that's going to be a serious problem. Right. And if you look at all the position groups in this game, if you just go head to head, offensive line, give the nod to Clemson. Running backs, give the nod to Clemson. Wide receivers.
No. Not at running back. Not at running back. They just moved a receiver to running back. Phil Maffa's gone. Caden Durham is projected to be the leading rusher in the SEC this year. And you got a 5-star Harlan Berry. I disagree with you at running back. Clemson, that's a big problem for Clemson right now.
with that offensive line playing in that stadium.
You want to talk about offensive line? Fine. Not running back.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about their rushing attack.
Okay.
I'm not
worried. But if we're
about
just
it.
going position group, LSU gets the edge at running back. Now, everywhere else we could have a conversation, but LSU's got an edge
Well,
at
I'd
running
say
back.
secondary, too. I think LSU gets the nod at
Really?
secondary.
Okay.
Well.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not that sold with their secondary either. And I think that's,
Okay.
if I'm watching one thing in this game, I'm watching how well. And, we talk about the fact that their wide receiver group might be better than LSU's. It's a hair. It's a hair. The issue, again, is that they've played together longer. And they've played together more with their quarterback for longer. Right? People are talking about Klubnik as the number one quarterback in the country. I'd be fine if someone told me that was Nussmeier, right? But Klubnik does have 7,000 career passing yards and 57 touchdowns, and he's been playing with these kids for a long time. So, when you play at home, it's worth 3 points, 3 to 3.5 points, right? I'll bet you the spread in this game is 3.5 points.
Well, yeah. I mean, it hasn't moved all off season. So, yeah.
Right. So there you go. So, it's LSU scheduling a game on the road with, a very established team with an established coaching staff, an established quarterback, established position players across the field and depth in their stadium when you're piecemealing together what potentially could be a playoff team. But again, it takes time for all these things to gel. I would so much rather be playing this game in November.
Me too.
But you don't get that choice because the game's right here in August. So I like the Clemson Tigers to beat the LSU Tigers.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see this game rematched in December, late December or early January.
So would I.
I would love to see this game.
And by the way, I'd rather it be in the real Death Valley.
or a neutral site in a playoff game. I don't care either way.
I'd rather be a playoff game. Ultimately, this is not right now for this LSU team. But again, I don't think that it's bad. You could go on the road. You can learn from this game. You keep it close, whether you win or lose. If you keep it close, that's fine. Because then you go through the season, a lot can come out of that. And then you have, hopefully you can get them in your headlights going back the other way. It'll be very interesting to see how the committee does that, how they put these things together when we get there. But right now, I like the Clemson Tigers over the LSU Tigers.
A long way to go till we get there. Russ has.
In fact, I would say by 6. I like this more than I don't like wagering on children, but because they always break your heart. But I'd probably take Clemson and give the points.
If I'm going to make a bet on this game, I'm betting the under. I think both defenses have a heck of a day relative to these offenses. But we'll see how it all plays out on Saturday night. Russ Mitchell at Russ Mitchell CFB. Can't wait to do it again next week and the week after and the week after and the week after and all that stuff all the way through January. Thank you.
See you later, brother.
That's Russ Mitchell. It's After Further Review. We're brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, part of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System. And yes, we focus so much on Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics, but the FMOL Health System is a multi-state health system servicing so many people across our region. We just saw a week ago that Our Lady of Lourdes in Lafayette just acquired the naming rights for the football stadium there for the Raging Cajuns. Of course, we've talked plenty about Our Lady of the Lake going through the process of establishing the naming rights for the new LSU basketball arena, which I'm so excited about. They continue to be interwoven in our communities, expanding healthcare, if it's heart health, if it's cancer services, if it's stroke, pediatrics, the Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, a standalone children's hospital, which is just an incredible treasure in our community. I can tell you, as someone whose son sees specialists at Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital, what an amazing resource. The world-renowned physicians at Our Lady of the Lake care for the LSU athletes, the LSU students, and everyday champions like you and me. It's Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. Okay, y'all, it is After Further Review. Glad to have you with us. We got one segment to go. Jimmy will be here for Otterlocks. We'll find out what we're betting on tonight. Tomorrow, we start a full weekend of football picks, courtesy of Otterlocks. We'll do it next to wrap up the show. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Okay, If you're curious how much your home is worth, you can find this out in literally less than 30 seconds. Here's what you do. I told you Darren James' new website redesigned. Agent225.com, agent225.com. Desktop or mobile, just type in agent225.com. Right there at the bottom on the right side of the home page, you'll see home value. Just click that. Click that button. When you type in your address, this is literally, however long it takes you to click a button and type in your address, boom, you'll have your home value instantly. So then you could start the process. What's your home worth? How much equity do you have in it? Is it worth selling your home now? Maybe you're going through, maybe you're downsizing if you're an empty nester. Maybe you got kiddos in diapers and you need more space. Maybe, unfortunately, if there's a death in the family where you have to sell a home. For any reason why you might be selling, now's the time. Agent225.com.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Hump Day edition of AFR. We always appreciate Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. ED, hormone replacement therapy, dozens of different peptides that are available. BPC 157, NAD+. Learn more how you can feel like your younger self. Yourgoodwood.com. Autolocks.
Autolocks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, what's happening?
What's up, buddy? What's happening?
Winning night last night. Love cashing tickets. Let's do it again.
Man, 3 out from the old sweeper. But, well, don't dwell on the one bad one. So, there were some close ones that we won as well. So, let's get to it. Boston and Baltimore underway. Baltimore, it kind of looks like they are kind of phoning it in right now. Let me see. 1-0. Yeah, 1-0 already. So I just had to check that. I'm sorry. I wouldn't take it now, but minus 144. And I will say this: they start tomorrow at noon. Get on Austin Crochet. I jumped on him while I was in Vegas for the Cy Young. Scooble gave up 6 runs, only 1 earned, but he did give up the 2-out grand slam in the 7th. They gave up the lead out in Oakland. But Baltimore, they were showing signs at times. Man, they look disinterested right now, especially at the plate. So Boston tonight in an early game, matinee tomorrow. Boston tomorrow with Crochet. Okay. Mets and Phillies. We took the Phillies with Sanchez that first night, and he had a 3-0 lead. And, man, since then, the Mets have just shown a lot of heart. Got it down to 7, looking for the sweep tonight. And Tijuan Walker for Philadelphia is on the mound. He has been a gas can. But the Mets, I'm just not crazy about their pitching matchup as well. So let's take the over 8.5 with the Mets in Phillies in Game 3 of that series. Another money line parlay. Toronto, they blew a 4-0 lead for us last night, but we're back on them tonight. They should bounce back. Got a favorable pitching matchup. We like them to score a lot. And also St. Louis with Sonny Gray. We know the former SEC pitcher. That plays plus 138. Toronto, St. Louis, money line parlay, plus 138. And then we've got the A's looking for the sweep tonight in Sacramento, plus 107 against Detroit. So 3 straight and 1 parlay for you.
Where are you tomorrow, Otter?
We are at Walk-Ons, the original Walk-Ons, looking for football. We'll have the early football out on the website tomorrow. That's a 4:30 kick tomorrow.
All right, make sure you check out LouisianaSports.net. We'll get all of Otter locks there and be locked in to Jimmy and Charlie at lunchtime. And excited for Football Sunday coming back again. We'll continue to remind you about that as we get closer to the weekend. Thank you, Otter.
Good luck.
So good. All right, it's going to do it for us here. We're getting on down the road. Thanks to Todd McClure, Kevin Falk, who were in studio, Russ Mitchell, who you heard as well, Muse, Paulie, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. Getting on down the road. We'll see you tomorrow at 3.
After further review.
Got 60 seconds to remind you about Rouse's, where they all season long are helping you cover the spread. That's right, your tailgate spread, your home gate spread, your game watch party. Rouse's can help you do it all. You need beer, wine, bourbon. Rouse's, amazing selection. You need something to throw on the grill. You want fish, you want meat, beef, chicken, whatever it is, ribs, they got you at Rouse's. You want to let Rouse's take care of it? Awesome. Go over to the deli, order whatever you want. Platters of ribs. You want the easy finger foods like the mini muffalettas, the sandwich trays, the meat pies. My goodness, endless options seemingly at Rouse's. They got the desserts. They've got the floral department where they could have your centerpieces for your game watch party or for your tailgate as well. Why would you go anywhere other than Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints, helping you make groceries for 65 years? Rouse's.com. Rouse's, this feels like home.